Archangel Michael says the hour is critical and this warning cannot wait another moment. There is a betrayal already inked into reality, and the signature that sealed it was not yours. Someone is quietly moving behind closed doors to take what was destined to belong only to you. You trusted them once. You believed they stood on your side, that their smile was honest and their intentions were pure. But while you were looking ahead, they were busy bending sideways into deception. They did not announce their betrayal. It began with a whisper, then a meeting, then a plan disguised as opportunity, but with no room for your name. The paper they signed is hidden, but the impact of it is about to enter your reality with force. A figure you know has been contacted, someone familiar, yet distant lately. This person has spoken for you without your consent. They are pretending to represent your voice while securing what belongs to you for someone else. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They have done it smoothly, without drawing suspicion. They've rehearsed every word, practiced every justification, and now they are preparing to finalize the theft. Their confidence grows because they believe you'll never find out. But you will. This message is not arriving by accident. It is a divine interruption, a heavenly alarm sent before the damage becomes irreversible. Archangel Michael says you must act with clarity and courage. The person who signed that paper did not do so out of desperation but out of pure calculation. They knew what they were doing and did it coldly, without guilt. There was once love or loyalty between you two. You shared something sacred, maybe blood, maybe vows, maybe a bond built over years. But now that bond is shattered, replaced with hidden greed and false smiles. They've involved someone who looks official. A woman or man with authority, perhaps legal, perhaps corporate, who has already started to process the transfer. The transfer of what should be yours. Type Amen to get blessing 451. There's a document sitting inside a drawer, in a room you used to enter freely. Now it's locked. They believe they've hidden it well, but divine eyes have already seen it. The signature on that document is not forged, but it's from a betrayal so deep it feels like theft of your breath. They are hoping to surprise you with a result, to present it as finished and irreversible. You may have already sensed something. A shift in how they speak. A hesitation. A pause too long when you asked a simple question. They've been coached. Someone is helping them craft every lie, every excuse, every reason to justify what they are doing. But their plan is built on false ground, and it will not hold. Type Amen to get blessing 989. This is not about just property or money. It's about what your soul was promised. Your inheritance may be spiritual, material, or a sacred bond. Whatever it is, it was sealed by divine intention, and that cannot be cancelled by a human. Message to you. When they do, listen. Their words will seem small at first, maybe confusing. But inside them lies a warning that confirms everything you've been feeling. You've been too humble for too long. Too trusting. Too generous with your soul. That stops now. You are not stepping into war, you are stepping into your rightful defense. Type Amen to get blessing 8077. They are watching you now, checking if you've noticed. That's why they smile strangely. That's why they suddenly offer help. But that is not kindness, it's a cover-up. The person you thought would never betray you has already done it. The signature is dry, and the deal is in motion. But the result is not yet final. Archangel Michael says your strength will be tested, but you are equipped. You were not chosen for ease, you were chosen for truth. And now is the time to walk in that truth. Gather your intuition. Hold your dreams close. The things you've seen in glimpses were not fantasy, they were early warnings. Type Amen to get blessing 221. Prepare for a letter or email that tries to distract you. It may look official, even generous. But it's a trap to gain your trust again so you don't fight back. You will hear a knock, receive a call, or a message out of the blue. It may seem like good news at first. But behind it hides the final layer of the plot. Refuse to rush into any agreement right now. Delay what needs to be delayed. Question what needs to be examined, quietly and strategically. This is not just about stopping the theft. It's about uncovering who around you still wears a mask. The unmasking will be painful, but freeing. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. You will be guided to an item, a file, or a place you haven't checked in a long time. What you find there will confirm the betrayal. Save it. Do not confront with rage, confront with evidence. Truth is your sword, and silence is your armor. When the time is right, you'll speak and nothing will silence you. They may try to turn people against you. But those meant to stand with you will feel the vibration of your truth and walk back into your circle. Your name has already reached the ears of someone with influence. They've seen your character. They know what belongs to you, and they're watching how things unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 4144. Be bold in your stillness. Let them rush. Let them scramble. Your energy will intimidate them more than any threat. You will get back what they tried to steal. But even more than that, you will receive a double portion of what they hoped to destroy. The lie will crumble. The document will be overturned. The person who signed it will be exposed. And when that happens, heaven will not only restore you but reward you for every moment you stayed faithful, calm, and alert. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They didn't think you'd find out. They believed the silence they engineered around you would last forever. But silence always breaks when truth rises, and now that moment has arrived. You are not being called to react, but to respond, with precision. Every detail is aligning for the perfect moment of exposure. The one who thought they outsmarted you is about to walk into their own trap. That paper they signed was more than betrayal, it was a spiritual violation. They tried to take something heaven sealed with your name on it. And now the backlash of that decision is circling back toward them. Their allies are beginning to question. They are feeling the vibration shift. They're noticing the fear in their leaders' eyes and wondering if they should back away. Type Amen to get blessing 772. You will receive an indirect apology soon. It won't be complete, and it won't be honest, but it will reveal their nervousness. This will be your signal that the lies are cracking. There is a photo, a video, or a receipt that proves what they tried to hide. You may not even have to look for it, it will come into your path unexpectedly, like fate dropping a key into your hands. When you find it, do not rush. Keep it secure. Hold it until the moment they try to deny their actions. The one you trusted has already been warned spiritually. They are having dreams, sleepless nights, and anxiety they cannot explain. That is their soul being confronted with what they've done to you. Type Amen to get blessing 6866. Their plan involved replacing you, not just taking what you owned, but erasing your presence. But what they failed to realize is that your presence is divine, and cannot be erased by human hands. Your influence reaches deeper than you see. People talk about you in rooms you haven't entered, with respect. Someone in power has already started to question the narrative they've been fed about you. They will soon approach you, not just to inform you, but to partner with you. What they want to give you is bigger than what was taken. Archangel Michael says heaven has dispatched protection around your name. The very thing they tried to steal is about to become your spotlight. Type Amen to get blessing 3000. The person who signed behind your back is panicking inside. They smile in public, but their hands shake when no one's looking. They've read something, seen a sign, or heard a voice that warned them, you are coming. You're not coming with vengeance, but with truth. You are stepping into a divine courtroom where facts and destiny speak louder than emotion. Your patience is your strength. And while they tried to use time to erase you, that same time has become their enemy. You'll hear a name soon. A name you didn't expect to be part of this betrayal. But their involvement will connect everything and answer questions you didn't even know to ask. Type Amen to get blessing 2442. A family member or close companion may try to play both sides. They'll tell you to let it go or move on. But don't be swayed by false peace. This isn't about revenge, it's about realignment. What was stolen must be returned, and what was delayed must be released. The one who signed the document has one last card to play. A fake gesture of peace. Do not accept it until the full truth is on the table. They will claim confusion. They will say it was a misunderstanding. But deep inside, you'll feel the truth, they knew what they were doing. Type Amen to get blessing 2001. You will see a shift in energy soon. People who once ignored you will begin to show up again. It's not because they care, it's because they sense your breakthrough coming. The spiritual world is moving on your behalf. Your ancestors, your guides, the divine light surrounding you is activating a reversal. Every weapon they formed against you is returning to sender. Not by force, but by justice. You've been quiet long enough. You've cried in silence, smiled through pain, and stood strong when no one clapped for you. Now it's time for heaven to make noise on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 9080. You are not being warned just to protect what is yours, you are being prepared to step into a season of elevation. The betrayal was a distraction. But the blessing that's rising will be undeniable. This message found you at the exact time it needed to. That's not coincidence. That's divine precision. Something valuable was almost taken, but it didn't succeed. Why? Because your name is protected in realms higher than the signatures of men. This plot was meant to delay you, but instead, it exposed the people you should never let near your future again. Type Amen to get blessing 733. When this confrontation arrives, do not fear. You will be guided on what to say, where to stand, and how to stand tall. There is someone watching silently who will become your voice when your voice trembles. They are being placed in your path as a divine witness. A reversal is already in motion. You'll soon receive news that something they planned has fallen through. What they built on lies cannot stand. Do not be surprised when you are suddenly celebrated in the very space they tried to erase you from. Type Amen to get blessing 6006. Archangel Michael says this season of truth will shake your world, but it will also set you free. The shackles that were placed on your destiny through hidden hands are breaking now. There's a power within you rising. The storm they sent to drown you will now carry you to higher ground. You will receive confirmation in 3 ways. Someone will speak your name in favor, someone will bring you a hidden truth, and someone who left you will try to return. But not everyone deserves access again. Choose wisely. Your future is too sacred to be shared with those who plotted your downfall. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. A property, a role, a position, whatever they tried to take, is circling back with increase. You will not just get back what you lost, you will get more. And when the final truth is exposed, you won't need to fight. The exposure will be so clear, the apology so public, the reversal so undeniable, you'll walk away with peace and power. This betrayal may have come from blood, love, or history. But it does not define your legacy. Your name is cleansed, your path is cleared, and your reward is close. The next door you walk through will not be one someone opened for you. It will be the one heaven created specifically for your footsteps. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. You are walking into a season of correction, but also coronation. You were betrayed, but now you'll be crowned. The final paper that matters is the one with your divine promise, not theirs. And nothing they wrote can cancel what was sealed for you. Let them speak. Let them scramble. You remain grounded in grace, clarity, and conviction. Because this message didn't just come to warn you, it came to remind you, you are chosen, protected, and victorious. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. They thought they buried your name under lies and forged intentions, but now your name is being whispered in rooms filled with light and justice. The moment of divine exposure is not coming, it has already begun. Even now, cracks are forming in their false foundation, and truth is seeping through every weak point. The next encounter you have with them will feel different. You may feel their nervousness before they speak. Their words will try to charm, but their eyes will betray fear, because they know the walls are closing in. You are not alone. Spiritual forces are circling the plan they attempted. The very hands that pushed papers in darkness are now trembling with the knowledge that everything is about to be reversed. The clock is ticking. What they set in motion has an expiration date. And that date is far sooner than they expected. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The betrayal has reached the ears of someone you would never have guessed. Someone with power. Someone who is not swayed by lies. This person has no emotional ties to them, but they do respect you. And because of that, they've started an investigation without even telling you. Soon, a call will come. A message. An invitation that seems random, but will change everything. This is not manipulation, it's a divine appointment. Stay ready. The exposure is not just for punishment, it is for alignment. The truth must rise so your destiny can finally breathe freely. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. They may try to spin the story one last time, dragging your name through subtle slander. Do not defend yourself loudly. Let the facts speak. A witness you forgot about will come forward. They saw more than they ever let on, and now they can't keep it inside any longer. Their confession will be unexpected. Their presence will feel like a storm. But that storm will cleanse the room and silence every lie that was told about you. You've passed the test of silence. You've endured the season of invisibility. Now, heaven is writing your name in bold where they tried to erase it in pencil. Type Amen to get blessing 3033. The person who plotted is not just afraid of being caught, they're afraid of losing control over what never belonged to them. They held it only because you allowed it, trusted them, believed in them. Now they see you rising, and they don't know how to stop it. That fear will cause them to unravel. One mistake. One confession. One misstep will expose it all. You'll be tempted to feel sorry. But remember what they did in secret while you were being loyal. This is not just about justice, it's about cleansing your path. What's coming to you is not just return, it's promotion. You are not going back to the same level, they've made room for your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. You will hear their name in a new context. In a conversation, online, or from someone unrelated. When you do, don't react, receive it as confirmation that the spotlight of truth is following them. Archangel Michael says their silence is screaming. Even in public, they are calculating how to cover the truth, but it's too late. The light has already touched the ink, and the damage they did is now visible to more than they know. Their allies are starting to distance themselves. One by one, the circle is shrinking. They're beginning to ask themselves if it's worth falling for someone else's lie. This is when the real exposure begins, not because you uncovered it, but because divine justice always exposes what's done with wicked intent. Type Amen to get blessing 2882. There is a photo, or a document, or a message that proves your innocence. And it was never deleted, it was hidden. But heaven knows where it is and will guide it back to you. Someone who was neutral will now take your side. Not for favor, not for gain, but because they were moved by the truth in your spirit. They can't unsee what they now know. They will speak in a room where you are not present. Their words will carry weight. That will be the tipping point. Your name will be brought up in a surprising place, with honor. And the one who plotted will feel the moment they lost control over the story. Type Amen to get blessing 6606. You will feel an intense energy shift. At first, it may seem emotional, waves of heaviness followed by bursts of peace. That is the spirit realm clearing the blockages placed on your path. Don't resist the emotions. Let them move through you. You are being prepared for a public reversal. The one who pretended to support you will finally be seen. Their true colors will flash in front of someone who once believed in them. They'll try to recover, to explain, to twist. But it won't work. The illusion is shattering. Type Amen to get blessing 7007. In your dreams, pay close attention. You may see faces, signs, or symbols. That is divine language delivering you insight ahead of time. The next time they try to approach you, smile, but stand firm. Your silence will feel like thunder to them. You don't need to scream to shake the room. Your presence, aligned with truth, is enough to make the ones who betrayed you feel exposed. Every blessing they tried to delay is now arriving in acceleration. What was held back is being released like floodgates. Type Amen to get blessing 1191. Heaven is rewriting what they tried to edit. The version of your story they authored behind your back is being rejected by divine authority. You will stand in front of the very thing they tried to take, and this time, no one will block you. A door will open soon. Don't hesitate. Walk through it even if it feels too good to be true. It's not a trap, it's a reward. What's waiting for you on the other side will make sense of every tear, every delay, every betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 7770. And when you step into that new space, hold your head high. You're not stepping in as a victim, but as one who rose. The ones who laughed will fall silent. The ones who doubted will applaud. And the ones who plotted will watch, powerless. They will remember the day they signed that paper. Not as the day they succeeded, but as the moment they activated your elevation. And now, your name will not only be restored, it will be respected. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. You are nearing the final phase of this battle, and heaven is closer than ever. The person who once thought they had victory in their grasp is now losing control with every breath you take forward. They feel it in their spirit even before the consequences arrive in the physical. Their confidence is breaking. Their lies are folding inwards. The paper they signed is not holding the power they thought it would. Archangel Michael says divine laws are rewriting the outcome. Your name, your right, your role, none of it is lost. What was delayed is now being delivered, with spiritual interest added. Type Amen to get blessing 4488. There will be whispers before the announcement. The atmosphere will change before the confrontation. You'll feel it first as restlessness, then clarity, then boldness. Every time you stayed silent when they mocked you. Every time you gave love when they gave you betrayal. Every time you chose peace over revenge, those moments were recorded. Now is the time for restoration. Not only will you be restored in position, but your voice will echo louder than before. Your story will carry truth like a sword through every illusion they built. Someone who left you in your season of pain will try to return in your season of reward. Be careful. They are not showing up for you, they're showing up for the benefits. Type Amen to get blessing 5552. Your discernment is your armor now. You no longer need to question who is for you. Watch actions, not words. Truth will be revealed in movement, not promises. Their circle is shrinking, and they know it. That's why they may appear more friendly, more helpful. Don't fall for it. Guilt often disguises itself as kindness when exposure is near. Your power is not in revenge, it's in rebirth. You are rising from the very place they tried to bury you. The roots you planted in silence are now growing through concrete. This message didn't come just to warn, it came to awaken you. To remind you of who you are when no one is watching. Type Amen to get blessing 3039. Very soon, an unexpected person will mention your name in admiration. You will hear about it from a third party. That word of favor will open a door you thought was closed forever. What was supposed to be taken from you is turning into your testimony. They signed that paper to steal, but now, that paper is becoming the very evidence that proves your value. Everything they hid is surfacing. Files, messages, conversations, they will be uncovered in divine timing. One by one. You are stepping into a season where what was meant to harm you becomes the reason others honor you. Type Amen to get blessing 8844. Someone near you may try to silence you. Don't talk about it, they'll say. Just move on, they'll suggest. But your story matters. And your healing is in your truth, not your silence. The energy around you is shifting fast. What you're feeling in your chest, in your stomach, in your spirit, it's not confusion. It's alignment. You've entered the space where divine retribution activates. And once it starts, nothing can slow it. They underestimated you because you chose love. They mistook your kindness for weakness. But now they will witness your strength wrapped in divine authority. Type Amen to get blessing 9292. The paper they signed is the beginning of their unraveling. The intention behind it was filled with deceit, and deceit carries a curse. They thought they sealed your fate. But all they sealed was their own path to downfall. And it is coming faster than they can prepare for. You will get a chance to speak. When that moment comes, speak with poise. You won't need many words, truth will carry weight by itself. Your enemies won't know how to respond, because their lies depended on your silence. Type Amen to get blessing 6061. The weapon they formed was specific. It was aimed at what mattered most to you, your peace, your purpose, your promise. But heaven saw it, and intervened. You were preserved in your sleep. Protected in your silence. And now you are being released into freedom. There's a shift coming in your living space. Whether it's your home, your workplace, or your inner circle, what was poisoned will be cleansed. The person they used as a middleman is starting to feel the pressure. Watch closely, this individual may turn and expose everything, simply to save themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 1100. The paper they signed has a flaw. A misstep. A detail that seemed small but will become everything in court, in confrontation, or in spirit. It will be the very piece that invalidates their entire plan. And they won't see it coming until it's too late. Your spirit has been waiting for this moment. That's why you've felt heavy, sleepless, unsettled. But now the shaking is breaking chains, not causing fear. You will receive unexpected favor. A person of influence, someone who once overlooked you, will come back with an opportunity that erases the damage done. Type Amen to get blessing 8822. This opportunity will not just elevate you, it will vindicate you. Those who believe the lie will see the truth, not through your words, but through your eyes. And when you rise, rise gently. Let your success be your roar. Let your peace be your proof. The betrayer will look for sympathy, for excuses, for escape. But every escape they built is being blocked. You, however, will walk through a door no one else can shut. Because heaven is the one holding the key. Type Amen to get blessing 1555. You are stepping into divine justice, not revenge. You are walking in truth, not bitterness. That's why this blessing will last. The ones who plotted will try to rewrite the narrative, but the story is no longer theirs to tell. The moment they signed that paper, they sealed their fate. But you? You are stepping into freedom, favor, and fulfillment. Let them watch. Let them whisper. But you walk forward with your head lifted and your heart whole. Type Amen to get blessing 9990. They cannot undo what is written in the heavens about you. Their plans, their paper, their plots, none of it has the final word. That authority belongs to God alone, and God has already ruled in your favor. The delay you felt was divine timing, not denial. The silence was strategic, giving them just enough rope to reveal who they truly are. And now that their hands are exposed, their mask is falling piece by piece. They are scrambling now, not because you confronted them, but because your peace is unsettling them. They expected you to break. Instead, you built power in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 4477. Their eyes are on you more than ever. Watching to see if you know. Watching to see if you'll react. But the more still you remain, the more they panic. The person who helped them will now try to clean their hands. They may reach out to you pretending they were unaware. But their name is already known in the spirit. They were not just involved, they were part of the plot. You are walking with angels beside you. Every step you take forward is being supported by divine forces that will not let you stumble. Their downfall won't be loud, it will be slow, unraveling through consequences they didn't prepare for. What they tried to take will be the very thing they lose most painfully. Type Amen to get blessing 1117. A moment is coming, soon, when you'll be asked to show up. Whether it's a meeting, a call, a conversation, or an offer, say yes. That is the moment the tables turn fully. You'll see them again. You'll hear their voice. You'll look in their eyes and realize they're no longer a threat, they're a warning. You are not who you were when they plotted against you. You are wiser, more awakened, and walking in divine clarity. Archangel Michael says this is not your destruction, this is your rising. The paper they signed is becoming the evidence that ushers in your next chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 3355. You may find the original copy. Or a version of it may fall into your hands through someone unexpected. When you read it, you won't feel anger, you'll feel freedom. Because that paper is no longer a weapon. It is a testimony. Proof that even their boldest act of betrayal wasn't enough to block your destiny. A voice will soon say your name in a room you've never been in. What they say will open a door they tried to close forever. And when you walk through it, you won't just be restored, you'll be remembered. The ones who watched from the sidelines will now stand in awe. The people who stayed silent during your pain will now speak your name with reverence. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You will receive back what you were meant to inherit, plus more. Because God is not just returning what was stolen. He's elevating what was delayed. What they built in dishonesty is crumbling. Even their allies are sensing that something is not right. One of them is already pulling away in fear. That's the beginning of the unraveling. And you don't have to do anything except stand in your truth and keep walking forward. Your strength is your silence. Your weapon is your wisdom. Your crown is your clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 7001. They don't expect you to come back stronger. They thought they broke you beyond repair. But your return will not be small, it will be royal. Every word they wrote, every lie they told, every step they took to erase your blessing, it's being reversed. The plot has failed. The curse has been cancelled. The energy has shifted in your favor, and there's no going back. This isn't just recovery. This is your divine ascension. A level they can't reach, a grace they can't understand, a favor they can't block. Type Amen to get blessing 5550. You'll see the look in their eyes when they realize they lost. It won't be anger. It will be regret. Not because they hurt you, but because they couldn't stop you. Your peace will be your loudest proof. You won't need to speak about the past, because your present will speak louder. Those watching from afar will soon follow your lead. You'll become the example of what it means to be betrayed, tested, and still elevated. They tried to ruin your reputation. But instead, they gave you a platform. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. Now listen carefully, this final stretch is important. Keep your energy protected. Keep your plans close. Keep your faith loud, but your movements quiet. You are days, maybe hours, from seeing something shift physically. What was being done spiritually is about to show up in front of your eyes. You will remember this message not as a warning, but as a prophecy fulfilled. And when it does, when everything they stole is returned, when their paper turns into your victory, and their whisper turns into your witness, you'll know it was never them in control. It was always heaven. Always. Type Amen to get blessing 33333. You're not just stepping into a recovery, you're stepping into a reign. What they tried to take wasn't just property or paper, it was the legacy tied to your name. And now, what's returning to you carries more weight, more authority, and more recognition than it ever did before. They thought the stolen signature would silence your spirit. But your spirit is louder than ever, vibrating through every frequency around them. People are picking up on it, even strangers can feel something powerful is about to be revealed. The betrayal they signed in ink is being burned in spirit. That contract they created without your knowledge is being overruled by one heaven wrote before you were even born. The courtroom of heaven has made a ruling, and the verdict is sealed, your name will be honored. Type Amen to get blessing 2211. There is someone watching the situation from a distance. They haven't spoken yet, but they've been collecting facts. Observing both sides. They will be the one to bring undeniable truth forward. They've seen the shift in you. The silence. The poise. The strength you carry even when the lies grew louder. That has inspired them to finally step up and speak on your behalf. And once they do, the momentum will shift completely. The ones who betrayed you won't have a place to hide. Not in legalities. Not in family. Not even in their excuses. They will face the truth not from your lips, but from those they never expected to turn on them. Type Amen to get blessing 6677. Someone who believed them before is beginning to question everything. They are reviewing texts, documents, interactions, and it's not adding up. You may hear from this person soon. Their tone will be different. Softer. Regretful. They won't say everything directly, but you'll feel the confession underneath their words. You won't need to argue. You won't need to prove. The facts are now exposing the falsehoods. Their web of deceit is caving in from the inside out. And all you did was wait. Type Amen to get blessing 9898. In the next few days, you may feel emotional waves hitting you for no clear reason. Cry if you must. Breathe deeply. It's your spirit releasing the final remnants of pain tied to that betrayal. You are not weak for feeling it, you are clearing space for what's next. And what's coming requires an open, healed, steady heart. The more they tried to damage your image, the more heaven polished your identity. You are not seen as a victim, you are seen as chosen. Even your enemies are realizing they should have never touched what was yours. Even they know now, there are consequences for trying to alter a divine promise. Type Amen to get blessing 7444. You will be called to attend something soon. It might seem unrelated at first, but your presence there will be pivotal. Someone will pull you aside. Quietly. Carefully. And they will say words that confirm this entire message. They will either offer help, give you evidence, or expose the rest of the plan. Do not reject their hand. They were placed there for a reason. This is your moment of divine collaboration. What was broken behind your back is being rebuilt in front of your face. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. You'll know the final blow to their plan has landed when they suddenly go silent. No more posts. No more communication. That silence won't be peace, it will be fear. They will know the dominoes are falling. And they won't be able to stop them. Their biggest fear was never being exposed, it was you standing strong after they believed they'd buried you. And now, their fear is coming true. You will stand not just free, but victorious. And their signature will become nothing more than a failed attempt. Type Amen to get blessing 1771. You'll be guided to look at something you once ignored, a detail, a message, a memory. When you do, you'll find clarity about who helped them and why. It won't shock you anymore. You've grown past the pain. Now, you'll just be grateful the truth is visible. You've entered the timeline where clarity reigns. Confusion is gone. The veil has lifted, and now only light remains. Archangel Michael says the final reversal is underway. What they took will return in a form they can't block and you can't miss. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. You'll receive validation from the most unexpected voice. Someone you didn't think was paying attention. They will say your name with respect. Your elevation is not just spiritual anymore, it's material, visible, undeniable. The world will see what was tried in secret and how it failed. This is not just your victory, it's a public redemption. And no lie can stand next to a life that's walking in truth. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them wish. But know this. You are not walking into your promise. You're taking it back, upgraded. Type Amen to get blessing 99999. You've come too far to turn back now. The storm they summoned was supposed to stop you, but instead, it shaped you into someone they can no longer control. The winds they sent to break your foundation only cleared your path forward. They're watching from the shadows, praying you won't find out just how close you are to your breakthrough. But it's already too late for them. The moment they put pen to paper behind your back, heaven stamped a reversal into motion. You are no longer in the waiting season. You are in the fulfillment zone. Every delay, every betrayal, every hidden scheme is now a stepping stone under your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 44401. Someone who used to call you friend has become your observer. They are silent, but their silence is not ignorance, it is guilt. They stood on the wrong side of the truth, and now it haunts them. You may feel them lingering in your energy. A name may pop into your head, a memory flashing when you least expect it. That's not your imagination, it's spiritual alertness heightening. You are being shown the full picture, piece by piece, not to hurt you, but to prepare you. Because when this chapter finally closes, it must close completely. No residue. No open doors. No lingering emotions for people who weaponized your trust. Type Amen to get blessing 11,200. There's a gathering happening without your presence, but your name is still the center of conversation. They are arguing now, not over guilt or innocence, but over fear of what happens next. You will soon learn something that will shake you, but not break you. It will only confirm what your intuition already whispered. The moment of divine justice does not come with thunder, it comes quietly, but permanently. What is written in your favor will not be unwritten. Archangel Michael says that paper they signed is being revoked in the spirit realm. What they thought they locked in is being unlocked by divine decree. Type Amen to get blessing 99904. The place they tried to remove you from, you will return to, not as a visitor, but as a victor. And they will see it. That is part of their judgment, to witness your rise after they tried to right your fall. You will be offered something similar to what was taken, but better. This time, you won't have to fight for it. It will be handed to you out of recognition and respect. Be wise in what you accept. Not every offer is clean. But you will know the difference. The right one will come with peace, not persuasion. One of your enemies is starting to turn on the other. Their alliance is cracking because guilt is heavier when the reward disappears. Type Amen to get blessing 33005. You'll notice someone trying to check in soon. They'll message, call, or ask someone about you. They aren't checking in to reconnect, they're checking in to measure your movement. Be polite, but firm. Let your silence speak. Let your elevation answer all questions. The next door that opens for you is a divine appointment. It's not a coincidence. The timing, the faces, the details, they'll all align so perfectly that you'll feel the signature of heaven on it. And that's how you'll know, this is your replacement for what was wrongly stolen. Type Amen to get blessing 88088. Your enemies are beginning to turn cold with one another. Their plan has backfired, and now they blame each other. The cracks they hid with confidence are now leaking with fear. Someone is going to come clean, not for your sake, but to save themselves. Still, their confession will be your closure. You are rising with grace. That's what shocks them most, not just that you survived, but that you didn't come out bitter. They expected a version of you that no longer exists. And what stands in front of them now is a force too refined to fall again. Type Amen to get blessing 60606. Expect one final attempt to distract you. A person or situation may arise trying to stir old emotions, pull you back into familiar chaos. It's a trap. Do not engage. Let peace be your weapon and wisdom be your shield. You are no longer accessible to what once poisoned your growth. The property, position, or promise that was mishandled in secret is being returned to you through unexpected vessels. What's coming to you has been redirected by divine authority. They tried to rewrite the outcome. But heaven holds the original script. Type Amen to get blessing 17,700. This is your reintroduction to the world, not as someone who was hurt, but someone who was handpicked by God to walk through fire and come out glowing. The tables have turned. The ink they used against you has faded, but your name is now engraved in spaces they can't reach. They'll watch as doors open for you that they thought they locked. They'll hear your name spoken with honor where they tried to ruin your image. And most painfully of all, they'll realize, they never had power over you. Only borrowed time. Type Amen to get blessing 50101. Let this be the final chapter of silence. Let this be the turning point of your story. From now on, you rise boldly, fully, and unapologetically. Not to prove anything, but because it's simply time. And when the world asks how you came back stronger, how you healed from betrayal, how you reclaimed what was stolen, you won't even need to explain. Your life will say it all. Type Amen to get blessing 777777. Signature. The betrayal will reach your ears soon, first through a whisper, then in a confrontation. Be ready. Stay calm. Your reaction will determine your protection. There is a clause they forgot. A mistake they overlooked while rushing the betrayal. That mistake is your doorway to justice, but only if you move before they seal the final phase. Someone who knows the truth is debating whether to tell you. They've watched the whole plot unfold silently. They are torn between fear and conscience. Type Amen to get blessing 1227. This person holds a key, a voice that could dismantle the lie. But they need a sign from you. When you step forward with boldness, they will find the courage to speak. Archangel Michael says heaven is shifting energy in your favor. The ones who plotted believe they have the upper hand, but they do not understand divine timing. Everything they tried to do in secret is being exposed, layer by layer, action by action. There's a date coming where something official will be attempted, a meeting, a verdict, a transfer. This day is pivotal. Do not ignore the signs leading up to it. The betrayer has allies. Not many, but enough to create confusion. One of them will accidentally reveal too much in a conversation not meant for you. Type Amen to get blessing 764. You must be silent but vigilant. Let them believe you are unaware. That's when their guard will lower, and the final evidence will reveal itself. You are not alone. Divine hands are wrapping around your name, your property, your blessings. Nothing that was promised to you can be stolen permanently. Someone tried to copy your energy, your signature, your role. But destiny cannot be duplicated. Even if they hold paper in hand, heaven holds the original scroll with your name etched in it. They will panic soon. Not because you confront them, but because something will go wrong in their plan. That's when they'll try to blame others, pretend it wasn't intentional. Type Amen to get blessing 5566. Do not let their guilt manipulate you. Do not soften your heart for someone who used your silence to plot against you. Forgiveness can come after justice. There is one item they've taken that holds emotional value. It may be an object, a symbol, or even a person's loyalty. This is what hurt you most, not the material loss, but the emotional violation. They promised to protect it. They promised never to touch it. But the moment you turned away, they made a choice that turned your trust into a tool for their gain. You will remember their face, the day they swore they would always stand beside you. That image is what makes this betrayal burn deeper than any wound. Type Amen to get blessing 3044. Heaven is already preparing someone to fight for you. This person may appear soon, not dressed as a warrior, but as a helper. They know more than you think. The truth is being stirred in their heart like thunder in still skies. They cannot sleep. They cannot rest until they bring the